just me. I just want to be genuine really quick. I actually really appreciate this podcast and hanging out with you guys every week to talk about movies.
Well, if I get a box of tapes.
Anyway,
MediaMix better not be labeled.
That's the last bit of sincerity for this episode because we're gonna scream at each other about Dr. Strange.
I watched the movie
because in Vicky, you
I don't.
You're kind of indifferent.
Yeah, I don't know my opinion yet on this.
I'm not gonna lie.
Before we start, like just spoilers.
Spoiler free for the first 10 minutes.
No, Nick. I'm gonna be honest.
First 5
minutes. It is Sunday. It was Sunday when we watched this movie. I have been wanting to shit on this movie for the past.
Yeah, I mean he's had a cork up
like
his
5
ass.
days.
He has like
it is pissed me off because everyone I talked to Grant and he was like, "Oh, it's a pretty good movie." And I talked to my friend Jared and he's like, "Oh, it's a pretty alright movie. It's pretty good. I like the movie. It's pretty good." And then I asked like 2 other fucking people and they were like, "You know, it didn't do a lot for the MCU, but it's still pretty good." And it's like,
do a lot for
okay,
the
we get it. You didn't like the movie. You didn't like the movie.
Okay, it had a $200 million budget.
There was a lot of effects.
A $200 million budget.
My name's Nick, by the way.
What do you think? Okay, no. Okay, hold on. Here's the thing
the one yelling is Nick.
The reason that I'm upset about this movie is because you gave them $200 million to make this movie. The last what was the last superhero movie that we watched?
Batman.
How much did that cost? Give it a guess.
150.
Don't know. I know the answer. How much did it cost?
150.
It was $190 million to make that movie.
That's almost the same amount.
No, it's $10 million less.
Yeah, because they use the Mandalorian.
I feel like
they use the screens. They use the CG, the LED screens.
A little bit,
but
that's only $10 million less. That's only $10 million.
Okay,
less.
It's $10 million less, but
Batman
it goes
was like a 10 out of 10.
But that's the thing. It was $10 million less, and it looked like they filmed it in a real place. They did not go to any real locations. They filmed it all on screens. Okay, that's a lie. They did maybe like 50% on the screens. The initial shot with the... Okay, fine. When they're walking through the whole book scene, and the beginning scene, whatever. That makes sense. You have to do that CGI. You could have done it with the screens. I'll give you the pass on this. I'll say you could have done it with the green screen. Whatever. And then you get to the part where they fight the squid monster. Me, Nick, Alex, and Xavier all said we could tell they were on a green screen. Obviously, it makes sense. But the thing is that they weren't even in New York during that scene. None of that was real. All of that was on a green screen.
So it was all on Earth 816B, New York.
Were they not able to go to New York for that whole scene? Like, dude, it makes me so mad.
That is kind of an L. They didn't actually go to New York.
I couldn't.
I can agree with that.
It was the first thing that I noticed. I could tell that they were on a green screen, and the thing is, you can see the feathering on them. You could see that it was lighter around them. They didn't use the same lighting that was in the scene. They used artificial light on it.
When you're saying shit like that, I'm just like, I don't care.
It sounds stupid,
I'm just
but
watching the movie.
Okay, and here's
literally,
the thing. I can look past that because I knew all of my issues with the visual effects were stupid because it's only me who's going to notice them. It was only me who noticed that they didn't actually go to a mountain for the mountain of Waigu or whatever the fuck it was called.
Filming on top of Mount Everest has its challenge.
Yeah, like you can, like obviously, like yes, they're not gonna do that for real, but like it doesn't. Whatever, fine. The part where they go to all of the multiverse parts, fine.
Yeah, it's a Dr. Strange movie. I mean, even the first one had a ton of CGI.
But I can put that away. I can put all of my complaints about the CGI away for the sake of me being fair on this podcast and understanding that
I think you're gonna like the next
I have more.
movie.
I have more knowledge. I know it. I know I might because I know they're going to be using the screens, and it's going to look better. Yes.
I know that.
Is this? Do you guys keep bringing up this screens? Is this a new technology that came out?
It's a 6-year-old technology.
Have you ever seen the behind the scenes from The Mandalorian?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't know that was like a brand new thing.
I mean,
to kind of make the environment around them.
Okay.
I mean, that's just how it works. It's literally just screens that
But
look like an environment.
okay.
I'm
Getting back to your point about the visuals and CG being weird. I'll agree that CG at times was kind of jarring, especially the squid monster. But as long as you're immersed, like Zach, he didn't like he said he didn't have a care in the world. As long as you're immersed, it doesn't really matter. But if you have a keener eye, then I can see why that would put some people off.
Can we get to the point to where what you really hated about?
But that's what I'm looking past. Because the thing is that I wanted to.
Because I'm really curious.
The elephant in the room. I got it. I had
Before we
to get
to
out.
that, can we just go around the room really quick, just shout out whether or not you like the movie or not? Like,
Wait, they're gonna know.
Well,
shout out.
Vicky can't
I literally
tell
said
because she doesn't know.
I don't know how I feel right now.
so you're at,
I
like,
just I want
probably
to
a
listen to everyone.
5 then.
Oh, I
At
don't
a
know.
10? No,
Oh.
she's
Just ignore Vicky.
Ignore
She's
her.
listening
Yeah,
to
just
the
don't take
podcast.
anything. I'm just listening.
I
She's
gave-
listening just like every other viewer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I brood on this movie for a whole like 4 or 5 days. I sat there and I just thought about it because I was like, what is pissing me off about this movie? Because honestly, like besides the visual effects, I was like, what really pissed me off about this movie? And now I'm gonna explain it.
Yeah, because you wanted to talk to me about the other day, but we couldn't.
So-
because of spoilers.
So you start off with the
Hold on a
movie,
second,
right?
Schneider.
And then Dr. Strange is speaking Spanish for whatever fucking reason. He's never spoken Spanish, and you're like, this is a Spanish-speaking Dr. Strange. And then after the first sentence, he reverts back to English, which is the weirdest fucking choice in script, but whatever.
That was a little weird, yeah.
And then it gets to the part where he's like, I need to take your powers away, and she's like, oh, duh. And then like something happens, and she shoots a star out of her asshole, and then she's like, ah, and then gets sucked through. Fucking whatever.
Okay.
And then
Go.
she's launched into like into the Doctor Strange, into the universe we are in now. And then Doctor Strange is like, why the hell is it chasing you? And then whatever, get past all of that crap. I can look past all that. The beginning, that was fine. Even the part where like where Wanda is like with her kids, like it was cringy, but I was like, they're setting it up like it's like, you know, she lived in like a sitcom.
They have to set it for people who didn't watch WandaVision.
Right. But they set it up like a sitcom. If you watch WandaVision, it makes sense. And it's like,
Yeah, they even-
okay, that's
they
pretty
even played
good.
the little jingle.
Her memory was based off of the illusion that she made, which was a sitcom, which was like a family show or whatever. And that's what she was experiencing. And the switch to reality was really good. Really well written. Really liked that. And then you get to the part where he's like, I'm testing you or whatever. And then she's like, she slips up, whatever the fuck. And then he goes, I never told you her name. And then she's like, she explains her evil plan, which still doesn't make sense to me. I thought about it for 4 days.
It's not a very well thought out plan.
It doesn't make-
nor
What do you mean?
How
nor
did-
good
okay.
setup for WandaVision being the bad
she's,
guy. in
She's
my
gonna
opinion.
take. She's pissed off because her kids. That for one, she has gained. She gained very little attachment to them in WandaVision because all about WandaVision was about Vision. She for a sec. She spent a total of like.
for a while.
I thought she let go of her emotions. I thought that's why she like got rid of the spell.
Exactly.
But she
She
was
like
still.
she was like, okay, I'll let go of them. I'll like get rid of this.
Yeah,
like
this
her
is,
whole.
this,
I thought she
all
was
of this
passing
should have been
on.
rectified in the WandaVision show, shouldn't it? Like,
Yeah,
just
like why did
come
they
to
go
terms
back
with-
to this? To the I don't know. This
Why,
is that
why are they
confused me.
like flip flopping on her character progression? Like,
I thought she was gonna.
she's come to terms with Vision's death, and she's cast away that spell. So why is she still tied to her imaginary children?
I thought the evil person was gonna be completely different in this movie. I
Yeah,
did
and
not
then
think it was
Has
gonna
an
be
evil
Wanda.
Book, right?
And then and she has the.
book
I
is
feel like
making
that's such
her
a-
evil.
And she has
doesn't
the-
just think like.
And
that.
she has the
That's
evil
still
book.
such a lazy setup.
Okay.
The evil book make Wanda bad.
But okay,
sorry.
it's not.
plot
It's not a bad.
exists.
It's not a bad
I
setup.
don't
It,
get it.
it works. It functions. It functions. But it's just.
But whatever. So she's pissed off about her kids, whatever the fuck. And then she goes, I want America's power, which why they continue to call her America sounded really stupid because whenever Doctor Strange said, we need to save America, it sounded really fucking dumb when it came
her
out of his
name.
mouth.
I don't know.
It sounded dumb. But I can look past that because sounding dumb versus being dumb is two different
There's
things.
people literally named Dick.
There are people named Jesus.
Let's go save Dick.
Yeah, and it'd be
Who
funny,
cares?
but the thing is, that you could
I
have
want
called
to
her
meet the guy named Brazil.
whatever. Fine. But her plan is I'm gonna take her powers so I can jump around the multiverse so I can be with my kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Is she trying to find a multiverse where she's not in?
Possibly.
Okay. So
Or she's just gonna, if she can't find one, then she's gonna just take.
if she can't find one, she's gonna kill a Wanda to do that. She can perfectly dream hop, and she doesn't have to do that shit anyway. She has been shown capable to dream hop, and has not like been kicked out of the body for any fucking reason. She got in the body, and then once she was in, and then she kind of walked around all willy nilly. Even
Yeah,
like
but, I mean, that
she even killed
takes-
5 fucking people like no problem in somebody in another Wanda's body.
Yeah.
Fine. But
wait.
her whole plan is very it's written like I want her power so I can jump around, and then he's like, is it given that she's going to die from the power? No.
What?
It was never a given fact that she was going to die if she gave away her power. That was never a given thing. And then all of a sudden Doctor Strange is like, oh, I can't do that. And then it's like, but what else is she going to do with her power? She can jump around the multiverse, but she can do that by dream hopping anyway. So she'll be the same power as without the power than with.
Yeah, but you know how much power it probably takes to dreamwalk?
Do you guys remember when Hawkeye knocked out Wanda with his elbow in Avengers 2?
Right.
Why is this relevant?
She's more powerful.
I'm just saying, like, she went from that to now we're in every single multiverse ever. Wanda can solo practically everybody.
But it's always
Can we
been
just get it out of the way? Wanda is the strongest Avenger.
she is
She is.
because it's proven.
Yeah.
It's proven in
But-
WandaVision. But
How the
But
fuck?
and there's such thing as character progression.
But that
She didn't know
doesn't
how
make
to- she
sense.
didn't
That's
have
what I'm
control of
saying.
her
And if-
powers.
That means every single Wanda ever has that same fucking level of strength, regardless of the timeline.
maybe not.
fucking-
No.
The
No, they're
Wanda
all
she
different.
body hopped isn't the same Wanda that we know, right?
Now-
It's a
Well,
close one.
maybe she could channel
think
her
about-
powers. We don't know. We don't
That
know
doesn't
what the
make-
limits of
Okay,
it is.
okay, no.
Multiverse.
Besides,
We don't know the limits,
It's that
so
there's a
it's not
multiverse for
explained
every
properly. It makes no
situation.
sense.
okay,
That's true.
That's okay. They explain very little.
Can I just say this, right? If you don't think the multiverse doesn't make sense, there is a universe for every situation ever.
That's another point I wanted to bring up.
Okay, no, no, no.
I
Another point I
sit a
wanted to
little
bring
bit
up.
to the right than where I am right now.
I wanna
Who
I wanna
fucking-
say,
fucking
everything else
meteor
is the
drop.
same.
but something about character development. Fine, I understand Wanda's was developed, but they kind of like they developed her and then they immediately were like, whatever. We're going to make her a piece of shit again. And then they don't develop her. She doesn't have any sort of resolve towards the ending because she doesn't die. We know she continues on.
I read that the director of Dr. Strange, like this movie, didn't watch WandaVision.
Same.
No!
So
So what the fuck was he doing? And then on top of
Kevin Feige is there too. I'm sure he wouldn't just fuck.
which is fine. But
he
as
was.
far as character development goes, I mean, Doctor Strange has some.
I actually like Doctor Strange's character development. in
What
this.
the fuck was America's character development? Cause she's a piece of shit that
just
doesn't
got
know.
introduced.
She doesn't know how to control her power. She's been alive for like 20 years.
Okay,
I
hang on.
finally found out she has a power when she's like, I don't know, 9 years old, and then it takes her 11 years to finally have Doctor Strange, who's dead in a dead guy's body, who goes, "You can do it," and she goes. And then all of a sudden gains all the power to just punch the shit out of Wanda, and then Wanda just does not do anything. She takes it like a bitch, and then fucking literally kicked everyone's ass at the Wizard's Tower or whatever the fuck, and then immediately some bitch from another multiverse goes, "I got the power," and then like it's like, "I'm strong," and then kicks her ass. It's like. I get it, but she immediately gets that after Doctor Strange makes some stupid mammy-pammy family movie bullshit about believing in yourself,
You do-
which I don't
you have a
care.
point, you have a
Let's just
point.
pause.
No. I'm not done yet.
Yes, you are.
I'm on a roll.
Hang on. Okay,
I'm on
let's
a.
portion this out.
You're
Let's
not
portion
on a
this
roll.
out.
You're saying
Let's
Take
portion
it-
this out.
Dr. Strange.
Hang on. So
That doesn't fucking do anything.
It
the
doesn't-
only thing wrong with her progression is how she goes from like living in this multiverse for 17 years and not having any progression with her powers to being with Doctor Strange for like like 7 hours, a few days, and completely unlocking her abilities and knowing how to use it just from him being like, you gotta believe in yourself. Goosh, 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 goosh. I'm like, okay. What?
Okay, and
like, if she just, I feel like, I don't know. If she,
I think Doctor Strange was so soft in this movie.
Doctor Strange has
if she just had more knowledge from the get-go, like just a little bit, like she was like, I don't know what it does, but whenever I like sneeze, I use my abilities. I'm like, okay, that's kind of gimmicky. It's interesting. She's like, no,
when she's afraid.
Since birth, I just fucking fart portals out of my ass, and I don't know how to control it. Like,
there was scenes that were like,
why?
They didn't make okay, there's scenes that don't make sense in it. There's acting that is inconsistent. Doctor Strange. Okay.
Well, okay, you're gonna have to explain on that one. Though.
Benedict Cumberbatch's acting is the same throughout.
What?
What do you mean? What?
Let's take a deep breath.
It's the same. It's the same throughout. He's Benedict Cumberbatch. He's a good actor. He's fine in this movie.
He does a good job. Okay. The one thing that I liked about this movie was actually Benedict Cumberbatch's acting.
I'm not saying it was shit. What I was saying is that it was a fine acting.
You're saying it was the same throughout, which is just, what the fuck? Did you not watch the movie? There's like 2 different versions of Doctor Strange. He literally acts out 2 different personalities of Doctor Strange in this movie.
His consistency of acting, Nick.
It's consistent.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What are we arguing?
He's not like breaking from character.
He doesn't go
goes from being normal Doctor Strange to being maniacal Doctor Strange.
What I'm saying is he doesn't go from being a good actor to a shit actor halfway through the fucking movie.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. He's consistent. And then whatever Olsen, I forgot her first name. She's consistent.
Elizabeth Olsen.
The guy the guy who acts as Wong is fine. He's okay.
I like
You
Wong.
can't really
Everyone else
mess
is
up-
fine.
You can't screw up Wong.
The 2 that were the strangest to me was the person who acted as America Chavez, and she seemed really
I have no idea how to say her first name, by the way. Have you seen
America.
her name?
Oh no, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh my
but
God, it's weird.
Her acting was. It was so even the scene. Okay, it wasn't her acting in the scene. It was her younger self. The scene where she goes to the beat, and then her parents get sucked through the freaking portal. That was. I laughed.
That made me laugh.
I have an allergy to bees, and it makes me fart portals.
But like, they had moments that were like, that were written right, but they weren't executed great. So the scene where like Doctor Strange walks up to the memory thing, and then like it shows the memory. It was a cool scene, but it kind of seemed like really out of place. Like it was just kind of really jarring, and you're like, what? And then like you see America step on it, and you're like, oh God, whatever. And then she's like, and then sucked through the fucking portal. But like, there was things that stood out. Like, what is the title of this movie?
The Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
What's mad? What's mad about this?
The fact that like the Wanda delves into madness, I can understand that. It jumped around all over the place. We saw a total for more than like 3 seconds. We saw a total of 3 multiverses. We saw the standard one.
Well, we settled down.
No.
No. That's not. But we settled down in 3 multiverses.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. We settled down in 3.
We get a montage of them
fine.
traveling through like 37 multiverses.
I wish we had more like
all face and Ferb in the second dimension
But
bullshit.
kind of.
Hopping through fucking everything.
You could have showed
a little bit.
You could have showed more, but it was.
I wish they had adventures in each one. Like,
Yeah,
that's what
like
I wanted
little,
to see.
little sub-adventures
That
that
was-
actually
This
lined
is
up with the story. I don't
of
know.
the multiverse. This is the
No,
fucking
but it's
we're just fucking baby steps, man.
I just
Fine.
feel like if it's called, the movie is called The Multiverse of Madness, and the trailer advertises them going on this epic journey
but it's
across
not-
several
it's
different
not Avengers
multiverses,
multiverse.
and they only go through 3!
they only go through 3. But here's the thing that now I lost where I was going. Crap. No, okay, I know where I was. Okay, so like everything in the movie that pisses me off, like it's whatever. Like people can look past it. But there are scenes in this movie that go on for way too fucking long, and even though some of them may be cool, they look really weird. The scene.
And guess what?
Hold on.
I thought the same exact thing about fucking Batman.
Fine.
Shit.
Fine. And
Shit.
but
Shit.
over time.
Holy shit.
But over time, like
Don't worry, folks. If you want to hear about the lore, fucking skip 20 minutes later.
Now,
in the
here's
podcast.
so the scene where what was
We're
the
at-
first one?
Yeah.
Like, I guess where they're jumping between multiverses is a little lengthy. Like, you're kind of like, all right, yes, I get it. There's multiverses. I
I
get
mean, the
it.
part, the
You're-
montage.
Yeah, just the constant. It ran on for like a little bit too long. I feel like they could have sped it up, or at least kind of
like
where they're like falling through.
Yeah.
It was kind
that
of a.
lasted like 3 seconds. What are you talking about?
That was like a 15-second scene.
So what?
That's not bad.
But what I'm that is an eternity.
15 seconds.
Well, I'm
15
pretty sure
seconds.
We
in,
had like a 2-minute scene of
My
Batman
only
walking
problem with the
around.
montage
Fine.
was
Like,
like
what are you talking
fine.
my
but-
only issue with the montage was cool. My only issues was like that we go through all these cool multiverse. I just wish they landed in some of these just for like a little longer.
Whatever. Them jumping
That's
through
all,
that was
though.
fine.
That's all, though.
And then you have the scene where they're in the tunnel, and it's like, oh God, where is she? We're staring at the same door
Zombie.
for 13 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I wanted it to end. I
Zombie
wanted somebody to
Wanda.
walk into the theater and grab my
that.
balls and kill me. And,
It's not like, oh my god, will this fucking end? I mean, I know it's kind of like,
but it was
why
cheesy.
are you just standing there?
Why are you just run? Oh my God.
It was just kind of funny.
It was, and that was stupid. And then you have the music scene that was really cool, but then like
I thought you were gonna love that. That was my favorite.
it was cool, but the
Some
thing
people
is,
hated it. I'm
it
like,
ran on
this
for
is-
so long, and then Doctor Strange is like, and I'm like, just end it. I waited for the scene. I want this to end. I just want it to end.
I thought the same.
I should never do that in a movie. I should
thought-
never be contemplating how I'm going to file my taxes after the movie and
Oh,
be
you know
doing
why I
it through
hate
my.
Batman so much? It should not have had a 3-hour runtime.
It was long. It was a long movie.
It
I
was
can agree
long.
with
It
that.
fucking sucks.
But it's and then what I just everything I think about this movie just infuriates. You have the scene where he goes, I need to dream hop, which he's never done before. He's never touched the Darkhold ever before. He barely knew of its existence. And then he all of a sudden
He knew
gets
of the Darkhold.
okay. He knew of it. He didn't know the spells. He's never seen it. He's never touched the damn fucking thing.
He's also a sorcerer.
And then he finds out that, and then he learns about dream hopping, right? He does it for the first fucking time. Does not know that he can dream hop into a dead person's body. Hold on.
Yes,
and
he
then,
does.
okay, fine.
This
No, how does
That's
how
why
does
he
know?
said, "If they
This is
come
the
for
same-
me, protect me."
This
That's
is
what
the
he was
same
talking
man
about.
who became Grand Wizard in 7 days.
Fine. How the hell did he know Christine was gonna be able to fight off the fucking undead?
He didn't.
He didn't. Christine could have just fucking died.
Yeah, how is
so
he able to touch
stupid.
them though?
I'm gonna be irresponsible
dead.
and leave
He's just
Christine
saying,
alone with
just, like,
demons.
Protect me as long as you can. Bide me time.
To be fair, he didn't have any other options. He was like, Christine, you're probably gonna die, but I really need your help here. I'm like, okay. I'll fight the demons off for you.
I want to get into the lore. The lore
I want.
is
Okay,
so fun.
we've been
It is so
bashing
good.
on
Alright.
the movie. I want to hear some
Let
good
Zach
points.
talk.
Zach, what did you like about the movie?
Like, this movie wasn't bad. It was not
Start
that
from the
bad.
beginning or wherever you want. What did you like?
I
about
will
it?
admit, the part where they're speaking Spanish and then he's all of a sudden like, no habla inglés, like, where he just starts talking like random English now. It's like, yeah, it was just the point to make like, look, America Chavez is not
Is Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know. That part was weird. But
So
like,
apparently
I
she's
don't know.
been to other multiverses where Spanish is a normal thing.
Sure, I guess. Or she was raised that
Or
way.
maybe Spanish is the dominant language.
Well, that's
The
what they
whole
were talking on her
multiverse.
planet.
Yeah. But I mean, I
Okay,
don't
fair
know.
enough.
So like,
Yeah.
so you want me to talk about what's good about this movie?
Yeah, what did you like about the movie?
Fucking John Krasinski
Oh
is
no!
Reed Richards.
Oh, you mean Jake Jablinski?
I didn't
The
like
fuck
that.
up.
I did
Dude.
not like that.
What do you mean you didn't like that?
It looked weird.
I was
Yeah,
wait,
dude,
wait,
it
wait,
looked
wait.
so
Oh my God,
weird. They didn't
Okay,
look
hang on.
right.
I was
I'm not gonna
upset
lie.
'cause-
Like he did okay. Like acting
no,
as him,
wait.
but it just did not look right.
I was
my
upset
eyes were
that
like,
they
this
didn't-
seems
Ultimate
weird.
fan service.
I was upset. Yes, it is. But why didn't they do anything with him? They just killed him off
because it's just
immediately.
a random variant of him. But he will come back as.
But they couldn't
616.
afford like 2% of the budget to just have Elastaman fight off
Dude,
Wanda
it's to show
bitch.
how powerful Wanda is and to show how fucking wrong the Illuminati is.
How do you even show how powerful Wanda is if you don't
The
even
Illuminati
give
didn't make
any
sense.
scales to Elastaman?
Life
I wanted to
off like
watch
a
Mr.
fucking
Fantastic
balloon.
throw it out a little bit. He didn't do
I'm not
anything.
gonna lie.
I'm like,
I'm not gonna lie. The Illuminati part did not make sense either. Like,
Well,
what the fuck
every
are they
world
doing
has-
there?
I mean,
some universes have an Illuminati, which is just like
Yeah, but it's like a mix of like all the different people.
yeah,
Mickey,
it's a mix
every
of that
form.
universe's like biggest minds. and
There are so
strongest
many
people.
forms of media that reference the Illuminati. It's not too far fetched. Like Black Ops Zombies, they reference
When they
the
said
Illuminati.
the Illuminati, I was like, what?
Hey,
are you talking about?
So the guy, right, who like didn't like Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange won after he like messed with the time stone.
What
And
time
he got
zone
all
you mean,
upset and got all butthurt to Doctor Strange and was like, I can't follow you on this path anymore, and then like leaves him. And then Doctor Strange shows up at his house and he's like, this guy doesn't like me because he tried killing me for like 2 years.
I ate all his vanilla wafers.
And I'm like, okay, so where's that? Where's the footage of you getting chased after this very interesting character, but instead we have to watch him poison your tea, and then you get all loopy, and then you fall over, and then he gets his ass kicked later on, and then it's just like, okay, why didn't we see any of the scene? Why didn't they make a Doctor Strange movie where we could see you be the villain, and you chase after him, and you chase after Doctor Strange? Why does it seem like such a throwaway line that pisses me off so much?
What the fuck are we talking about?
Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Really?
What do we? Wait, what?
Okay, so the guy,
the guy in the green robes, he's the sorcerer. He's
Mordo.
Mordo.
Mordo,
okay.
right? And then Doctor Strange goes, "Oh shit, this guy hunted me."
Yeah.
We've never seen him hunt him before.
That didn't happen in Doctor Strange 1?
No. He just got all butthurt and left. Why didn't we see that? Why haven't we seen any of that? He was blipped for 5 years. Did it happen between the Doctor Strange 1 and the blip, or after the blip? In between?
Was he
the bad
hunting him
guy
in heaven?
Doctor Strange one.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, it was. He betrays him in that movie, doesn't he?
No, he leaves him. All he does is he says peace and then goes away because he's all butthurt about Doctor Strange doing the thing.
Who was the bad guy in Doctor Strange?
It was the
wasn't
guy.
Dormammu, was
It was
It
the
was.
yeah. It was Dormammu, but the actual guy was the guy who plays his whatever his name
Mads?
is.
Grindelwald.
It's Grindelwald.
Is it Mads?
Oh
What's his
yeah.
name? Mads?
Yeah, and then he's like,
I like that guy.
Doctor Strange 1 was really good. But that was the other thing. Like, I compared this movie to Doctor Strange 1 so much. I love Doctor Strange 1. Although, like, whenever you watch the movie, you're kind of like, that's it? Like, it doesn't seem like a very long movie. But, like, it looks really good. The magic is well done because they kept it a little bit more grounded. And the only thing with this movie is they had Wanda, and they're like, we need you to shoot, like, laser beams out of your asshole at, like, Doctor Strange and these
I
people.
just want to let you know, there's a
wanna
difference
hear-
between the magic that Doctor Strange uses and chaos magic.
I would have...
I want to hear more points of what you liked, because we've still been dogging on the movie this whole time.
Well, look, I didn't even think the plot was that bad. You guys are dogging on the shit that I like. That's the problem.
Okay,
I mean,
go on.
like, the plot wasn't bad. It was just like the multiverse. Oh, also, this is the first movie that we finally heard about the MCU, which is the MCU's universe is named 161 or no 616.
Oh
Yeah,
they
I
actually
I
designate
noticed
our
that, yeah.
universe.
So it's like finally, thank God, that's out of the way with. So we're in universe 616. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But also it means like all the people that they introduced, right? Like we'd see Professor X in the first time in the MCU,
Yeah.
played by Patrick Stewart, which means that
Which that opens up a whole nother door.
exactly, which means that eventually we could see a Professor X played by Patrick Stewart in the MCU. Same with the Fantastic Four with John Krasinski playing him.
That's
That's
if
Reed
Patrick
Richards.
Stewart lives to then.
How old is Patrick Stewart?
He's like 85.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Maybe he's not. Maybe
But
he's
and,
not.
and the
He's
thing
gonna
is,
pull
even
through.
if he doesn't,
Patrick
it
Stewart's
doesn't
a
matter
goat.
because there's just a variant of him. The variants can change.
Yeah, like seeing Patrick Stewart probably means we can eventually get a
He's
revamp
81.
of the X-Men.
Exactly. Or we
That'd
can
be
see
cool.
the X-Men that we know already
Yeah, that too.
from their own universe because we just visit a different universe.
Deadpool.
Yeah,
And Deadpool, which he will be
More
coming
Ryan
soon 'cause
Reynolds.
they-
Yeah.
Yay.
I loved it.
And the end is pretty awesome too. The end credit scene.
Okay, the end credits
What was the
scene,
end credits again?
I went and I didn't catch it in the theater. I had to go and look it up. So what was that chick's name called? What was her name called again?
Fuck, I can't remember. It's something short.
But anyway, they introduced the Secret Wars,
She's a
right?
sorceress, and she's basically Clea.
Yeah,
Yes,
Clea.
thank you. God, that was gonna fucking eat at me. But she's like a sorceress, and she in the comics she like eventually marries Doctor Strange.
Oh.
She's Doctor Strange's like love interest basically, because after this movie, this was kind of the close off for like Claire. You know, it was like that. That's like kind of it for her.
The it's not gonna work out for Claire.
Is that Claire? Is her name Claire? What the fuck is her name?
Probably Clea.
No, not
No.
her.
Christine.
Christine.
Yeah, Christine.
Is basically it for her.
Wow, really?
She got married.
Pretty much. She got married. I mean, what the
got
fuck
married.
is he gonna do? Just like get
Homewreck.
Homewrecker.
Doctor Strange 3.
Multiverse of
Homewrecker.
home wrecking.
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
For another multiverse.
Make a pretty good porno.
What the?
Wow, we were on the subject.
No, we're not. We were not.
Home wrecking
What?
is a okay. We won't go into
Stop.
it.
I thought of something else that was dumb. I'm sorry. I really have to bring
That's
it up
cool.
because you.
Pretty sure your time's up.
I really wanted to say because you
used
thought
up
it
all
was
your
dumb,
minutes.
and
thought it was dumb.
you thought it was dumb because I heard you in the theater. It's the
Okay,
part.
why?
It's the part where she's like grabbing the people from the puddles, and they go cover up all the reflections, and then and she walks.
oh my God.
She
And
covers
she's
them,
like,
and she looks into the
reflection.
oh, reflection. Let me stare into it. It's
Cover
so
all of them.
stupid.
She's like, hey, there's one left.
I'm gonna stick my finger in it.
You can't say that's not stupid.
That one was dumb.
That is like
okay,
horror
I will
movie
agree
levels
with that.
of dumb.
See, that's I feel
Which
like
I guess
that's
they're going
Sam
for horror
Raimi
movie.
kind of just trying to make it horror-ish when it shouldn't be.
Did you okay?
I enjoyed the horror aspect of this movie. Don't get me wrong.
I think, but
I
here,
thought it was awesome.
It
Here's-
wasn't that horror-ish though.
No, it wasn't. But I mean,
I think if I really wanted, because like they said it was gonna be a horror movie, but like what it turned out was like it had a
did-
horror
no, it
They
aspect.
turned into a
But it
Marvel
seems-
thriller.
But it seems very out of place because it's very much like it's mishmashy. So like it's very like back and forth. Like you can have horror aspects in a movie and like or like have
I
like
think
graphic.
The most horror part was just with Wanda and when she really kind of fucking got, her marbles lost. And she was just kind of completely taken over by the Darkhold at that point. And then, just scenes with her walking down fucking, hallways with her limping, fucking covered in blood and just glowing eyes. I just want to fucking murder you right now. That's pretty, spooky or whatever. But I like those parts. I thought it was fun.
So, I've heard
Also,
a lot of.
can we just talk about? One
Yeah,
more thing
go on.
before I forget it.
Yeah.
So Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell. Bruce
Yeah.
Campbell.
Yeah.
Oh
Bruce
yeah, no, I know him.
Why'd you say
Yeah,
Bruce
we
Campbell?
both laughed about
Wait,
that.
who?
It's the guy,
the hot dog vendor?
the
Or
pizza,
pizza
the
ball?
pizza ball.
Oh,
He's from.
that was a funny scene.
And there was another end credit scene that he didn't.
He was in Daddy's Home, too.
Yes, he's in a lot of things. But
He's in what? No, he's not.
Yeah, it was.
No,
Daddy's
he's
Home
not.
With Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he was.
No.
He was Will Ferrell's dad.
No. Oh my
He
God.
was.
No.
And Daddy's Home, too.
No.
You're gonna look it up.
It's not him.
It's
but
it.
anyways, fucking talking a random ass movie.
Sorry. Ruining Snyder's childhood.
It's
The reason he was there, and the reason he made a cameo in this movie, is because he shows up in every.
Oh, they
Sam
kind of
Raimi
look
movie.
similar. They kind of look
they
similar.
don't.
In
They're-
every
What?
single Sam Raimi movie, he shows up in it at one point or another.
Yeah, because he directed Evil Dead.
Yes. So he just cameos in every.
Who
single
was
movie,
he- what
which
was
is
he-
why he's in all the Spider.
Oh, he was in Spider-Man 1 as the guy who's like, "What's your name, kid?" And then he's
Exactly.
like, "The Amazing Spider." He's like, "Really?"
What the fuck?
What was he in? What was he in Spider-Man 2?
I think he was just in the one.
Maybe was he just in 1?
Or I'm not sure if he was in the other two, but I know he shows up in it.
I will say, like, I don't know.
But anyways, the second end credit scene was basically how he was slapping himself and hitting himself. It finally stops. He's like, "Oh my God, yes!" it's over, and he looks straight at the camera,
Yeah,
and
I
it
like
just
that.
goes black. It's like it's over.
I did like that.
That was
That
good.
was great. I
That
thought
was
that
good.
was fucking hilarious.
I
I
didn't
love
catch
the
that either.
guy. I've been watching him ever since I was a kid.
But-
When he's in Ash vs. Evil Dead, and then
I have a problem with the end credit scene and that it kind of like, they set up a cliffhanger where Doctor Strange has a third eye,
yeah,
and the end credit scene just completely demolishes that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why?
it doesn't demolish it.
No,
Like,
it
bro,
doesn't.
you leave us on a cliffhanger, and then it's just like, oh, never mind, no more build up.
Yeah, no,
It's
that's
not a cliffhanger.
no, that's true
I mean,
because
he
it
has
shows
a third
shows
eye.
that he has the third eye, and then it's like it's a problem.
It's like, oh,
And
so
then-
there's an issue with Doctor Strange. Find out next movie. Nope, find out in the end credit scene.
But then
Like,
you
oh,
know that everything's
But you don't find
okay.
out. You don't know that everything's okay.
he seems pretty fine with third eye. He's like, I've got this thing situated.
I mean, do you know that's even
I've
him?
got the lasso around it.
Maybe it's not him.
Maybe it's not him.
You don't
I'm
know.
gonna-
'cause
I'm
it's
just
not
gonna
the next
go-
movie. Also,
I'm gonna go on
I never
whim and
even
say it
talked
is
about
him.
the end credit scene. Basically, she comes out. She's like, "You've caused an incursion," which incursions are great for the future of the MCU because it'll lead to a
More
little
money.
project called Secret Wars, which is fucking awesome. Secret Wars is basically Avengers Endgame on fucking crack. And so if they get to eventually make that, that'll be fucking awesome.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Gar. If you want to see
A
Andrew
Garfunkel.
Garfield come back, then Secret Wars is your fucking ticket right to
Have
it.
you guys?
Here's
Bro, they have Morbius.
here's the
No,
thing.
they have
No.
Morbius to fucking choke on
Something-
the bottom of the leaderboard.
Something
That's what they have
something
Morbius
that
for.
makes me nervous. Or maybe not nervous. I guess nervous is the right word. So like, we're not super close to the end. Do you guys have other points, right? Because I want to say this at the end.
I don't know.
I feel like
mean,
for this one we
what-
could go as long as we want. Keep going.
What are we at?
2 hours. We're at 49 minutes.
It's only been 20
49,
minutes.
so I mean, we don't have a ton of time left.
We've been going for an hour. Like we've been going for a half hour.
Yeah,
I-
I feel bad because anyone who liked this movie is probably super fucking turned off by this podcast.
Which is apparently 87% of people.
I'm one of them. I thought the movie was good.
It was all right.
I liked the horror aspects.
It was-
I liked the CGI.
I think the movie was.
I don't know. I thought
It was.
builds off.
It was all right.
I thought it makes fucking Wanda. I mean, I just want her to fucking step on my neck. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not the only one out here
So
who
I'm-
just wants Mommy Maximoff.
So, did you guys see that clip of her being like, "People keep calling me mom. I don't know why that
That's why I'm
is,
doing it,
but
'cause
I've always
it's
liked
fun.
being called mummy." I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
So-
she's basically making every
Mummy.
stand just kind of wet.
What
So-
the hell?
But
so
It's
like
you're so innocent. There's absolutely you gotta know. You're like pulling our leg, right? And he's like, "No, I actually don't know why they're calling me mommy." And like,
apparently being called someone's mom is a thing. I like that.
I have I watched the movie. I did.
can
I wanted to watch it with
Step
an
one.
I wanted to watch it with an open mind. I think
What I wanted to ask you at the beginning was, what MCU movies do you like?
It seems like you don't like the new stuff.
but that's the thing. Like Iron Man 1 is okay. Like I like Iron Man. It's a
yeah,
good.
I
It's a
Doing
good. It's
2008.
it's a good movie. I liked Iron.
it's an amazing movie.
I'm getting. But what I'm
for
saying, like
2008.
I liked the standalone movies. All of them I enjoyed. Like the ones before Endgame, right? I liked all of those. Ant-Man was really good. Like it had good comedy. It was written well. All of them were written super well. The first Avengers was a little kind of like it was good. Like I
First
didn't.
Avengers, I thought really good.
It was good, but like I've something about just like the Avengers. Those Avengers movies were like, all right, it was good. Like I'm very like middle. Like, but I wouldn't call it mid. You know what I mean?
So like
Saying a movie is
7.5.
mid is very like it has a very negative connotation.
Mid-
but what
means
it's so
mid is 5 out of 10.
But that's the
Would
thing
you
is
give
that's failing.
Avengers 5 out of 10.
No, I give it like a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10. Like all the rest of them are 9s, like or even 10s. Like dude, Civil War I say Civil War is like a 9, but like Winter Soldier 10.
Yeah,
That was a great
great
Winter Soldier
movie.
was a 10.
But like, and then Avengers: Infinity Wars. Okay, there's some choices that they made in that. I didn't like Captain
There are
America's.
people that love Infinity War more than Endgame.
I didn't like the only complaint I had about Infinity War is the shields, is Captain America's shields. That was the only complaint I had about the entire movie. Was
Wait,
was
what?
his dual shields instead of the single. It was the only
his-
complaint I had
Those
about
shields
the
look
entire
really
movie.
dumb.
And then Endgame, I felt like it ran really long in some points, but like overall, like it was a good, like 8.5, 9 out of 10, like even like, but I wouldn't watch it again. And then,
But that
It was
theater
so
experience,
sad.
Nothing.
yeah,
could
what,
fucking
but it
beat
was,
that.
so
but it was
sad.
really good. And then like
Nothing would beat that.
after that, you have what is it like Ant-Man 2, which is good, and then you have
Ant-Man was Ant-Man 2 was kind of filler.
it was filler,
Just to get from Infinity War to
but
Endgame.
and then
Yeah.
no Ant-Man 2 was.
It was in the middle.
Oh
of-
no, never mind. That was.
Ant-Man
It
2 was
the
I'm
movie
sorry.
right
I'm
before.
thinking about what were all the movies that were after Endgame, if you can think of them.
all the movies after
Yes.
Spider-Man,
Yeah, Spider-Man.
That Spider-Man movie was good.
the second one.
Okay, it was good. I didn't watch it. Like
That was after-
from what I've seen, it looked good.
It was good.
Tom Holland isn't my favorite Spider-Man, but I can understand that. Like from what I saw from the movie, it looked good.
Yeah,
Like I don't know, like
I think now Tom
8 out
Holland
of
is my favorite Spider-Man.
I love
after the third
Spider-Man.
one.
okay, and then
Third
like
one was fucking great.
the third one was good. It was all fan service, but that's what
It's
made it.
also tied into this Doctor Strange.
But that's what made it really good. But then the two movies that stand out are Black Widow and
Eternals.
Which is why people are so iffy on Phase 4, because Phase 4...
Shang-Chi. I didn't even watch I had no interest in Shang-Chi. And then
Shang-Chi
every
was
that
all right.
movie-
It was so good. It was
Shang-Chi was
good.
That's why I hate Phase 4 so much, because you haven't seen the fucking great of Phase 4.
Okay, and then you have
Shang-Chi is
Eternals.
high.
That one was really good.
Yeah, Shang-Chi was
And
really
Eternals was... Eternals is the definition of mid, I think.
good. The reason
wasn't-
why,
it wasn't
here's the thing,
needed.
the reason why
Fuck, okay.
Shang-Chi is better than the rest in Phase 4 is because, like, the action in that movie is very indicative of Jackie Chan movies. Mm-hmm. And the way they carry out combat. The way from everything from camera shots to the practical fight scenes all looked amazing in there.
But
That's why it was so good. That's why it was such a good movie.
I watched these movies, right? I've watched them since I was a kid. Like, I don't know, how old was I? Like 7? I don't fucking know.
Probably like 9.
9. Whatever
Iron Man
age I
came out
was.
what was like 2009?
2008.
2008. So we were 8.
I was -4. Whatever. I've been watching
Nick
it for
was
so
7.
long. I don't know, like, I'm very nervous after watching this movie because I'm in a time where I think everything is turning to shit. I have to pay $4.50 for gas. That is ridiculous. It is like a $7 billion for a 2-bedroom
So here's
shack.
your problem. Dr. Peg here to talk about your therapy.
Like I got 4 video games in the past year that were ass. I got Battlefield 2042 and Back for Blood.
See now what...
And all of these other but what I'm saying is
you
like
don't need to hear about how shit...
I understand like all of
Not
these
why we're here.
all of these things like they make me upset, but like I watched Doctor Strange, but I wasn't really excited for it. I'm not excited for Thor because Thor 1 was mid. I think I could say Thor 1 is mid and people will agree with me. Thor 2
Thor 1? Oh, yeah. Thor 1.
Thor 2 was worse than Thor 1.
They're at the way bottom.
Thor
Yeah, they're at the bottom. The
Right.
only thing under it's fucking Morbius.
Thor 3 was but
No, Morbius is at the top.
and then
Greatest
sorry.
movie
$4
ever.
billion.
Greatest movie
And then-
ever.
and then-
$80 more
1000% on Rotten Tomatoes.
and then Thor 3
Morbius
was
is
like
king.
Thor 3 was it wasn't my favorite. I gave it a 7. I felt like there was too much comedy, but like
Ragnarok was so good.
but I'm what I'm saying is like it's my personal opinion about Marvel movies because the way that like all Marvel movies have had like the same consistency of comedy. And then you came out with Thor Ragnarok and it was
What do you think about the TV shows?
extremely I thought they were okay.
I thought the comedy in the Ragnarok was fine because they
It's
had
okay.
to.
I mean, which ones have you watched?
They had to make a
I
change.
have
in
the only
Ragnarok.
one I have not watched is Moon Knight. That is the only one I haven't watched.
That's one I
It's-
want to watch.
That is the only
I
one.
wanna watch
Moon
it.
Knight? I just want to fuck...
Trash.
Really?
Shut
Do you
up.
really fucking believe that?
You
Do
thought
say it with a straight
Eternals
face?
was good.
I've been falling asleep for every single episode.
What is your
I'm
opinion
watching.
on movies and shows? I can't. It's not consistent.
All right.
It makes me
fucking counter
upset.
as trash.
Worries me.
I say one of the best MCU has.
Like
What?
Moon Knight?
From
One
what
of the- Moon Knight is fucking top 10 MCU.
I'm
You-
literally
okay.
falling asleep. Like it's
It-
so freaking
if you
boring, dude.
consider-
Jack
take
also has
that in
bad
with what you
taste
want.
in
Some people
shows
fucking
and
hate it,
movies.
some people
I,
love it.
I don't want to say they're mid because the thing is they worked really hard on them and I can tell I didn't really like Loki. But the
people
thing
work
is
hard on
there's
everything.
there's
We work hard on
characters
this podcast.
they're about characters that a lot of people don't give a shit about. I loved Bucky and I loved Sam. They
I
were
love
they were
Bucky.
two of my favorite characters. Their show came
Their
out.
show
It
was
wasn't
kinda mid.
it was
I
kind of
think their
mid.
show was-
But that pissed me off because I liked the characters. I had to overlook that.
Because the evil person was so dumb.
He
And
was-
the plot tried to make us like
Care
like
for
a
her.
terrorist.
Yeah, it was so
She
weird.
killed literal people, like real people.
Right, and it was written dumb, and then Hawkeye was very much like okay.
Old man.
It was okay. It was all right. Like you could,
like Hawkeye.
I was okay. Like I
Hawkeye
didn't.
was just like Clinton retirement.
Loki was
Clint trying to retire.
Loki was
Hey,
fine.
look, remember Clint? Here's Kate.
But what I'm saying is like
you go.
I watched this movie, right? I'm not excited for Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm saying that now
Aw,
because
damn.
when people come after me and they say, "Oh, it was the best movie that I've ever seen," and I came on my
Tonight's the
seat,
night you
I
die.
think it'll be really good.
it's
I think it
it's fine.
will.
I'm expecting it to be visually pleasing. I'm expecting there to be a
Because they
lot
have
of
a good director.
I'm expecting there to be a lot of
Wow.
comedy, so I want to overlook that.
What about Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
I thought Guardians of the Galaxy 1 was good. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was better than the first one.
Now I can't really say much
Fair,
about
that's
Guardians because I'm very biased with Guardians. They're my favorite fucking everything.
Yeah, and I love Guardians. It's
My favorite like MCU or not even MCU, just like comic book character
But
is like Star Wars.
it won me over because like
Rocket,
the only other time we saw like music being involved is like Iron Man when you had like AC/DC and he's like, oh yeah, and then like the entire time, and then you see this and like you have Chris Pratt who's like funky and you get to listen to like music and they use it
the
in
whole,
goofy
like,
ways
just
and
plot of the Guardians is really nice.
it's good and
fun.
it's very much the first one is like I can overlook the dance battle. If they did that now, I would shoot myself. But the thing is, back then, like
because during that movie they had fun with it. It was super campy and it was intentional.
but I liked
Because the dance battle was totally like in pocket.
But
on
it wasn't
brand.
like, hey, we're gonna beat you with the power. of
It's not
dance.
like,
It
dude,
was
if the fucking dance off with Batman and the Riddler happened in the Batman, I would shit my pants. I'd be like, this is
I
fucking
give it a
stupid.
10 out of 10.
But
If the
when I-
Riddler's like, will you
So
take
riddle
my
me this,
hand,
Batman.
Batman?
what are the other movies? What are the other
Do the
movies?
cha-cha slide, Batman.
What are the other movies in Phase 4? Do you know the other movies in Phase 4?
Black Widow.
You got Black Widow, Eternals.
Black Widow? Oh, sorry. I thought you meant they were
Black
making
Widow,
another
Eternals,
one.
Shang-Chi, what else?
I was about to
Oh,
kill
yeah,
myself.
Spider-Man.
You mean future Phase?
Spider-Man.
Yes, another Black Widow.
She's dead.
And that was I think
She's
that was
literally
I think
dead.
that was the fall of Hawkeye. Is that they
I thought they tied it in nicely in Hawkeye. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
kind of
Stain.
I feel
kind
sad
of
for
that
Hawkeye
thing.
is because he's one of the more interesting characters. Not one of the more, but he is an interesting character who's a part of the Avengers, and you only get to experience his character arc in every
Avengers.
movie that's not about him. And then the one movie or the show that comes out about him, some people are like, "Oh, this just sucks."
Hawkeye had dog though. None of the other ones had dog.
I
Hawkeye
kind of
had
wanted
dog.
to see like
Did
for Hawkeye. I kind of want to see how he got into.
like an origin story?
Yeah,
Do you
that would
know-
have been cool.
Do you know the other movies that are in Phase 4? Like after this?
like after this. I
After
mean, I know
this.
Thor's next.
Fine.
I'm
I'm expecting.
expecting Phase 4 to end pretty damn soon.
I'm going into Phase 4 with the knowledge that
Phase
that
5?
that Thor is going to
That's
be.
my question. What's Phase 5?
Phase
What are they gonna do
5?
for that?
Secret Wars probably.
Okay.
Or the lead up to it.
Thor 5 is going to be
All right.
or Thor 4. Thor.
I wanted to ask another question before we get to ratings.
I know there's like Miss Marvel.
I know it's going to
Oh,
be
what?
goofy.
I know that's gonna
Miss
be
Marvel
I'll
is
tell you a lot of it out, but we also have the next Black Panther.
Yeah, Black
oh,
Panther.
okay.
What are they
Black
gonna do
Panther
for
movie.
that?
Black Panther 1 was
Shuri, or
Black
Shuri,
Black
something like
Panther 1 was good.
Which is supposedly supposed to
That
come
was-
out on July.
Oh.
Yeah, keep in mind these movies keep getting pushed back.
I thought it was good. The only thing is, I say this again, like a CGI pisses me off so much because like you could do so much more, but like I don't like CGI suits. I like something that's a little bit real. I like tangible. I could tell that the suits weren't real.
For things like Iron Man, what the fuck you gotta do?
Let me keep going.
Right.
Add more. All right, so
Well, in the first movies for Iron Man, didn't they actually have a suit that he wore?
They had bits and
Like
pieces.
bits.
They had bits and pieces,
I
but like
remember seeing it behind the scenes.
but it
thing.
looked-
They actually made.
it looked really good. They had bits and pieces, but the entire time in this, what they did is they had motion capture suits with like the little balls or whatever.
Yeah.
They had those. They don't
Same in
look.
Civil War.
They don't. I don't really like them. I didn't. But like then you had characters like what's his name? From the second Spider-Man movie.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Mysterio.
Or yeah, Mysterio. You had Mysterio. Like his whole thing is that like Mysterio's backstory is that he's a CGI like program or artist. So like he wore a mocap suit. That was really smart. I really like that idea, and his suit makes sense because all of the things are like visually whatever the fuck. That was good, but like I want some real suits. It looks weird having like a neck on like a body. Like imagine photoshopping my neck on Nick's body. It wouldn't look right because I don't have 5-inch arms. I have
You
regular.
don't have my
sized-
pristine physique.
I don't have his neck. But what I'm saying is like it would look weird. You know why? You want to know why
Was there
Jake
times where-
Jablinski looked weird in Doctor Strange?
You said
Why?
Jake
Because he didn't have a
Jablinski.
real body. You want to know why head blow uppy man didn't look right? Because he didn't have a real body.
He turned into string cheese.
None of them had real bodies.
His brain
Makes me sad.
turned
But
into
anyway, go ahead, Jack.
silly pudding.
All right, so we have Captain Marvel 2, the most anticipated movie of 2022.
Dude, I did not hate Captain Marvel.
I didn't
She did
hate-
have a lame fucking villain. So it
That
didn't
was
help
the
her
only
case.
issue with Captain Marvel with me. I can understand the girl
I
empowerment.
want the return of
No, it's
Bruce.
fine.
Dude, girl empowerment fucking doesn't.
I'm not even saying
exist,
that.
bro.
Just
No,
I don't know.
I just thought I thought the villain was stupid.
There
Who's
are-
the
everything
there
else-
are
Who was the
powerful
villain?
It was
I can't even
Sherlock
shoot
Holmes. It was Watson. Whatever.
Was
the
I
hell
thought it
his
was-
name
wasn't it
It's a
Rumble.
fucking teacher.
Brumble Dumbledore.
Wasn't Ronan the bad guy or something?
Ronan?
We don't even know who it is.
What?
Ronan.
It was the teacher who like kept who was trained,
Oh, the sexist.
Brumble Dumbledore.
and he was like keeping her there.
Anyway,
'cause she
what's
didn't
what's
have any
next?
fucking memory.
Then we got
After-
Guardians Volume 3,
Okay.
2023.
Hype.
Nice.
Something called Blade. You guys know anything about that?
Yeah.
That's
Blade.
Blade, the vampire hunter.
Oh, wasn't that the
He
end?
was at the end.
That was at the end of Eternals.
The Morbius
Yeah,
Hunter?
he was at the end of Eternals.
It was at the end of
Blade.
Eternals.
Yeah.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
why because
he
I
was the voice off screen.
Oh, that's what
yeah.
that was?
Yeah, he was Blade.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Anyway,
cool.
who's
He's
next?
like, are you sure you want to pick up that cursed fucking sword that turns you evil?
Hell yeah, bro. That's a cool sword.
Yeah, go see
Give me
it.
that
Gonna bring his
sword.
girlfriend.
I want
They're
that
gonna bring,
sword.
Harry Styles is the Thanos' brother. I forgot his name.
I think
when
that's
is-
Yeah, I can't.
Are they gonna come out with another Eternals and like have him in that?
It'll probably
Please
be
no.
somewhat
Probably Phase
continued
5
Blade.
because I don't
What's-
see it here in Phase 4.
What's
No.
what's after that?
Quantum Mania.
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah.
What-
What's
what
going
is
on?
that?
Ant-Man
Yeah.
the Wasp.
Ant-Man.
Quantumania.
Oh yeah, I like Ant-Man.
That's gonna be more
Oh.
multiverse shit. That's gonna be Kang.
I like Paul
Ant-Man.
Rudd.
Oh,
Paul
that's
Rudd's
Oh
great.
yeah.
Kang coming in being all fucking baller.
Oh.
Shit like that.
I think I please.
So just for people that don't know the storyline right now, because it does get kind of confusing. It's like people are like, oh, why did Dr. Strange do a spell that would just break? Isn't that so stupid of him? And like in Spider-Man, and then it's like, oh, it led to all this shit. But it's like really in reality in the Loki and the Loki series, when Sylvie kills He Who Remains, which is a Kang variant, he dies, and everything breaks, right? So He Who Remains is not there anymore to, keep things in order.
The balance, yeah.
Yeah, so when Doctor Strange goes to do that spell, if he was still alive, that spell would have just worked. But instead, it fucking broke, and it broke, and there's no one there to fix it.
You're saying the Spider-Man spell?
Yeah, the Spider-Man spell, what he did in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it broke, and people are kind of like, well, why would he just do a spell that he can't just do perfectly? It's like, why would this Sorcerer Supreme fucking do that? Well, like that's the reason why he
Well,
didn't.
he wasn't Sorcerer Supreme. In
Well,
that.
he wasn't. Yeah, but still, he was
My
a
boy
very
Wong.
smart man.
Maybe, and just maybe, I think the problem with Doctor Strange with me is the movie I had to follow up against was Spider-Man. I think that was the problem for me. I watched a movie where I was
Did
captivated.
they even reference that? At
I
all?
watched.
Yes.
Yeah, they referenced
they were-
Spider-Man,
they
and
were
she was
Spider-Man.
like, "Did he shoot webs out of his butt?" I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
that was
oh,
the
fine.
only part though.
But what I'm saying,
Well, they didn't have to
what I mean
reference
is
it.
like, so you have all of that, and like I mean,
Still more.
you can't do wrong with Spider-Man.
What's after Quantum Mania?
Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh hell yeah!
So
"Oh
you think
boy,
it's
here we
gonna
go
be John
again,
Krasinski?
another
100%.
shit
It's already
Fantastic
confirmed.
Four shot."
Jake
I thought it
Bulls.
It's
was.
already basically confirmed.
I thought it was
Jacob
Captain. I thought it was
Blazinski.
uh,
Mr.
Chris Evans.
Jablinski.
Chris Evans. Fuck.
Chris Evans doesn't even play Reed Richards.
Who do you play?
He plays
played
the guy
the-
who sets himself on
in-
He's
fire.
the
Oh,
fireman.
he's that
Yeah,
guy.
the
Played the
fire
Human
guy.
Torch.
Yeah, he plays the
A
human.
human
Yeah.
torch.
That's
Now we're gonna watch those movies
But he-
again.
The
booming
But he wouldn't be in 616's Human Torch because he's already 616's fucking Captain.
You know who?
Yeah.
You
And
know
then
who I'm
so we got-
thinking of for the thing. Sorry.
Sorry.
For
Can I quickly mention?
yeah.
Maybe.
Quickly?
Running out of time. So.
Running
Yeah,
out of
we're
time.
at
So
a
do you
minute
remember
eight,
when
or
Wanda
hour and a half.
first? I know we're getting off script by going on script back to Doctor Strange movie. I like the part where she Wanda body swaps, and she body swaps with the Wanda with the children, and it goes to that really weird shot where it's like on the staircase, right, and it's like at an angle, and it's kind of fisheyed a little bit and blurry, and it kind of just like kind of creeps around the staircase, and then it quickly like shutters back behind the staircase, and Wanda looks over. I'm like, dude,
You mean like
this is like
a POV from the other Wanda?
it was such a cool shot though. It was like freaking. It was like out of a Foo Fighters music
I
video or
didn't
something.
listen.
Did you like when she was attacking the fortress?
No, I didn't.
When they had shut the fuck up.
That was really
And
cool.
when they had their
No, I did not.
kind of up,
That was
and
fine.
then she's like, "Okay, like don't let her get into your mind." And she's like, sneaks, and she like is in the guy's mind.
I
She's,
thought
like,
that
right
was
behind
okay.
him. She
That was the
I
only
thought
good
that was
part.
pretty good.
And then he like fucks up and he just fucking runs away shitting his pants. Dude, I'm just sitting in the theater right now. I'm just like, I don't know whether to be scared or horny. It's like, dude, that is like,
That-
she's
She's
like
like-
the whole definition of this movie.
That part was kind of cool.
God.
And he's like, yes, mommy, you're running.
You know, I had a complaint about the movie that I got made fun of.
I actually no, but
What-
actually, I
what
have a
did you
complaint
get?
about that scene. Is when she's talking with Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange is like, "I know what it's like to lose people," or it's like something like that, trying to empathize with her, and she's just like, "I had to kill my own husband, and it meant nothing. Don't talk to me about loss." I'm like, Didn't you already rectify your grief with Strange? Why are you bringing it back up? Like,
Right. Wanda did, but that's not really Wanda. She's still taken hold by the Darkhold.
it's that. I guess it's just that. Like,
It's like she is doing all this evil stuff. She wouldn't normally do this, right? Right? Like when we saw normal Wanda, the worst she did was what she did in WandaVision, and she eventually saw that what she was doing was wrong.
I guess my
rectified it.
main issue is just with the Darkhold then, because the whole she's
Dude, we
under
have a
the
guy
influence
who
of the
turns big and
Darkhold.
fucking green in this universe.
No,
Why do you have a problem with an evil book?
it's just
Like, what do you mean,
leads to
dog?
very
Am I the
unauthentic.
only one- like I want to hear your opinion. Do you think Evil Book is bad?
Oh, it's whatever.
Evil book is bad.
Dude, I'm gonna
the
be
evil book is
dumb.
fine, but I just
don't
hate
think
how
so.
it creates these really unauthentic interactions between these characters, where it's like,
but
All right, hold up.
I don't know.
Before we conclude, I have a couple more shows
Okay, yeah, please.
for the Phase 4, because that was all the movies. But now,
there's shows.
There's still
there's
shows.
still-
I can watch
shows.
more. Oh,
She-Hulk,
Oh,
which is coming out. Miss Marvel, which was supposed to come out, but it still hasn't.
Yeah, I'll keep you pushed back.
Yeah. Secret Invasion.
I like your gym beard.
Don't know what that is.
thank you.
Ironheart.
That's
That's
getting
with
there.
that's with Nick
Ironheart?
Fury.
Ironheart.
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 What is that about?
Ironheart.
No, it just says Ironheart.
I swear.
Ironheart.
I swear. And I this is a promise. if I see Gwyneth Paltrow in an Iron Man suit selling,
It's not Gwyneth Paltrow.
if I see
I don't think
Gwyneth
you'll see-
Paltrow.
I don't think
What
you'll
if it's
see
his
Gwyneth
dog?
in an Iron Man suit selling vagina candles, I'm
It's
gonna
not-
lose it.
Ironheart is
Actually,
not
you know what?
Gwyneth Paltrow. It's not her.
Is she in the MCU anymore?
Sure she is.
Did she
honestly,
still have
a
I know
contract?
She's alive. Her character's alive.
Yes.
In the MCU. I'm sure she'll fucking show up for a couple cameos here and there. Other than that, she's really just done.
So me and Chase.
If Tony Stark isn't there, then the point of her character is just to kind of, hey, look, I inherited Stark Industries, and I'm just gonna sell the Stark building.
Also, I'm gonna fight
So-
nondescript, unimportant bad guy and look cool.
I mean, maybe his daughter will come back as a
That's what I said,
character,
like Morgan, I think her name is.
but she's not old enough to be Ironheart yet. Ironheart is a different character.
I know.
Ironheart is someone who is a smart lady who worked for Stark, I think.
You know what I saw at
Alright,
Acme
yeah,
last
one more.
week? You know what I saw
Go
at
ahead.
Acme last week? I'm
Nick.
sorry. I saw a I saw a Gwyneth Paltrow Iron Woman diorama at Acme. And it
Why
was
is-
sitting next to
why is this
it was
relevant?
sitting next to like a $500 diorama of Thanos from like Endgame with his big sword, and it was worth like $500.
Also, we saw Dead Thanos.
Her diorama
and that was pretty cool.
Was worth like $600
what?
bucks.
Why is that relevant?
We saw Dead Thanos in Doctor Strange.
Who the fuck's gonna
Oh
buy
yeah,
that?
we did.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was like dead on the ground.
He was just laying on the ground, fucking dead.
Who?
When?
Thanos. When they cut
Oh,
back.
yeah, in
to
the
after they
flashback.
beat him. You know
Oh yeah.
when they kind of kill that Doctor Strange variant.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He in that scene, Thanos was just laying dead on the ground. They were on his home planet. They were on Titan.
Oh my god, really?
Where they were trying to get the book?
No, it was like
when
when
the Illuminati characters were killing off their Strange.
By the way,
Oh.
just so
Like
we
when
don't.
Black Bolt
we're-
walked up and fucking said, "Bye, my man," and he just fucking vanished.
I'm sorry.
He was
Also,
like, deuces.
I
What's wrong?
I wasted.
What's
dude.
wrong?
I
video with just like Black Bolt walking up to
Ratings
Dr.
time.
Strange,
It's time.
just
Okay,
voice.
we're gonna go around in a circle, starting with Jack.
Wait, we have 3 more shows I gotta tell you.
Okay, good.
about.
Why?
if they're not good enough to make me happy,
Armor Wars.
what is Armor War?
I don't know.
What
That's
the
gonna
fuck
be
is
like,
that?
Don Cheadle.
yeah.
Don
Cheadle's
Cheeto.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Basically, it's him in like all the suits and shit like that.
All right, what's next?
I am Groot.
Yes.
Cool. What's
Why?
next?
Finally, we have, Zach will like this one, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Yeah.
Don't tell me it's called that.
And with
That's
that,
what it's called.
Don't tell me it's called that.
we're doing ratings. Just
Supposedly they're all supposed to come out this year,
give
but it's
him,
not gonna
give
happen.
your ratings.
No, I doubt it.
This
Please.
map I'm looking at is probably from like years ago.
End this. Give your ratings, please.
I'm pretty sure I Am Groot is animated. I think.
Please give your ratings.
Alright, I don't
Nick,
care
go
to do
first.
the whole
You
Google
just don't
number
like the MCU
bullshit.
anymore. You don't.
I
You
don't-
just said it yourself. You're not happy for anything. If you're a person who is not happy to see the next Thor movie, you will shit on it. You will shit on it
But
because you don't like it.
maybe.
Here we have a man
I mean, I'm just saying.
devoid
if
of
you don't-
all happiness and pleasure and emotion
Something.
and bitches.
Can we just? I just see. Here's the thing.
I camera switch?
We
I,
have-
I want
God.
to give the rating because no matter what, I might shit on a Marvel movie and everyone's gonna be upset because Marvel is everyone's baby.
That's not fucking true.
This is the excuse I've used for Marvel for the past forever ago.
What did I say about Eternals? It was mid.
Are you gonna
What did I
camera
say
switch?
about fucking Black Widow?
What
Fucking
that, Nick?
Yelena.
But that, you like that camera switch?
Yelena's mommy. Okay, I'm not afraid to say it.
Yelena.
Go, just stop. Give your rating.
I look like a fucking
Zach.
trucker.
I wanna
Zach.
say on the
Calling
record.
these
Go on,
fucking
Redneck
moms.
Trucker.
I
What's
just-
your rating, boy?
Zach.
Let me just say on the record real quick that I wish I could re-rate Morbius and give it a 10 out of 10.
I too, but
That
Good.
movie's just... that movie's
no
just-
regrets, right?
Give it.
It was so funny.
That movie deserves all the Morbius More billion.
More
The more
BS.
pussy, the more pussy.
The more $1 billion it deserves.
I quit.
Zach, please.
Zach, throw a number.
I'm fucking leaving.
Okay, Nick just started off.
Zach, leave.
I'm waiting for Zach.
Why?
It has to
Big
go
Kahuna
from
says
best to
fucking
worst.
Fine.
All right,
Go for
what's your
Big
rating?
Kahuna.
Or maybe
My
bet.
rating?
Yeah, what's your rating for this movie, Zach?
This movie, I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
That is your opinion, and I will respect it.
Hey, you want to kiss later?
Sure. Vicky, give your rating, please.
Okay, here's the thing. After listening to all of you guys, I'm still conflicted because I see your side. I'm like, yeah, I was so expecting this movie to be great, and I really wanted to like it, and then I was like, okay, something, like, you made good points. Something wasn't right. The plot was kind of strange. But then I hear Zach's side, and then I was like, man, there's some really good parts in this. Like, I really like it.
You know what I want to do?
So
Choose your next
I'm,
words.
I'm going to.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to rate it.
Go give. Listen, what your heart says. If you do, it take both what Zach has said and what I have screamed about.
Or don't.
Zach, take it from the perspective of this. Zach is an average moviegoer. He goes and watches a movie. He spends
Zach
no.
is an intellectual.
Hold on. Zach goes into a movie. He pays X amount of dollars for a thing of snacks, and then he gets a drink, and then he watches the movie. He's very enjoyable. He's content. I've seen him in a movie theater.
I like
it's
life.
it's enjoyable to watch. It's like
It's because I leave all my problems outside the door.
he does. It's very nice.
Nick's sitting there watching like, God, this Dr. Strange movie, it just can't fix the fucking gas prices right now. Like, I just, like, Dr. Strange, hey, you just cut that bus in half. Why don't you use a spell to lower the fucking gas prices?
But
What superhero's gonna come in and save me from my depression? I don't know. Fucking MCU stuff.
But what I'm saying is,
I like Batman because he is depressed just like my awful life. Batman's fucking parents died, and I feel bad for him.
Oh, this has
Zach-
to go in the front of the video.
Zach-
What's your rating?
This has to go in the front of the video.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 7.
okay.
That's fair. So you thought it was good.
Give your rating, Nick, because you.
Yeah,
No,
good.
you go. Cause
No, give your rating.
I know what I'm going to give it.
If you
but
don't give your rating, I swear to
Can we
fucking
fill the
Christ.
comments?
Here's the
Just
thing,
comment
Snyder.
Nick
If
out.
I give a lower rating than you, I'm going to shit my pants. So you go.
I don't think you could get any
No,
lower than me.
he's gonna give it. Dude,
What are you gonna give it?
No, just say yours.
6 out of 10.
Okay.
It
Nick's gonna give it a
slightly
fucking-
above mid. It was
6
all right.
Nick's gonna give it a 4.
I wasn't actually. I was gonna give it a 5.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I was gonna give it a 5 out of
All of that horse shit for a 5?
It's a 50%.
So you thought it was mid?
No.
As in
Mid,
okay.
mid is okay. If you get a 50% on your test, that is not okay.
What is
I
mid
will
mean,
admit-
Schneider?
seven.
What is the
Mid is a
what
7.
is the
Mid is a
abbreviation
seven.
mid mean?
To me,
Medium.
mid is
Mid means middle. Middle of the rating scale.
No.
5
fine.
is a mid.
Fine. Let me say.
I will.
Mid is. You know what else I would say mid means, in my opinion? Okay.
Scoot over
You thought
this
the
way.
movie was
Scoot over
okay,
this way.
but you were shitting at it the whole time?
What is okay, are you agreeing with him or agreeing with me?
I will just say, as funny as his reaction was,
This is horse
you
shit.
did give it the movie a lot of shit just to end up giving it a 5.
But what I'm
Scooted.
But I understand.
But the camera's there. You have to scoot in this way.
Nick, sit down.
What
Fucking
I'm
calm
saying
yourself.
what I'm
gonna
saying
lose
is,
my shit.
okay.
God, you gotta start
Fine.
doing one line of cocaine instead too for the fucking recording.
Here's I will in a very brief, just really quick. This is how my rating goes, right? So like, let me find a movie that's like worse.
And we're done. Thank you so much for counting.
I didn't.
You didn't even give your
Okay, Eternals, right? I thought the
yeah.
story. I'm being really quick. I thought the story was stupid. I thought the graphics were kind of dumb. I thought the characters weren't.
Every time I
Whatever.
think of turtles and graphics, I just think of the Earth exploding and then just the celestial T-pose.
Yes,
Like,
that was really
CGI.
right. But what I'm saying is
so
like
good.
I like 3 out of 10.
Okay.
3 out of 10. But that's what I'm saying, right? Like, it really seemed just really stupid. The entire movie seemed pointless and dumb, and everything about it makes me mad. Doctor Strange. There are parts in it that I can see that they tried. I can see that they really tried hard at this, and they really had a good heart about this movie. But the thing is, I did not think it was up to par at what they could have done with $200 million.
Understandable.
Understandable. They used $250 million to make Avengers 1.
See, now when you're passive aggressive angry, it kind of turns me on. I like
So here's why I gave it a 6.
And here's the thing. 5 out of 10 is smack dab in the middle of between being 10 is there is not a single thing wrong with it. 0 out of 10 is that they shat in a bucket and sat it in front of me in a movie theater and said, "Here you go." That's what they would do.
Scale is basically
you basically show up to a movie theater and you sit in a bucket of shit.
But
that is the movie.
But 5 out of 10 is giving a movie that like I can tell that they tried, but it just didn't try hard enough.
But does this beat Morbius?
Jack, I have the full fury, and you have had your wisdom
Jack,
teeth.
You want to know where I place Morbius on the all-time movie scale? It is so close to a fucking 0. The only reason I don't give Morbius a 0, right? It is right there. It is. Here's 0. Here's fucking 0.1 to 1. Right? And it is right here behind every Alec Baldwin movie except fucking Cat in the Hat.
Every Alec Baldwin movie?
Cat in the Hat?
So this is every Alec Baldwin movie except Cat in the Hat, right? And then here's fucking Morbius right here, right beside the big-ass 0. The only reason I don't give Morbius a fucking 0 is because Jared Leto is just... there was a scene with the fucking Doctor Who guy dancing in the fucking mirror with the CGI vampire face, shirtless, just doing this shit. And that is the one fucking saving grace. And that's why the movie made $40,000 more billion.
But the Cat in the Hat's so bad, it's so great. It's a 10 out of 10.
We are not even talking about the
But
cat.
Nick, answer the
Cat
question.
is the closest thing to a 10 out of 10.
Is this better
since
than
10.
Morbius?
If you are legitimately asking me this question, Jack, I'm going to go into your room late at night, and where your wisdom teeth is, I'm going to replace with my thumb, and I'm going to jam it so far into your jaw that you will feel it in your throat.
I'm gonna buy you.
So here's why I ranked it a 6 out of 10.
We have I gave
Guys,
it.
I'm kind of scared to get my rating now.
I know. No. I just like I give it a 5 because I can tell they tried on it, but they didn't. I feel like it was not up to snuff of what they could have done. I love Doctor Strange 1.
I agree.
I think the lowest rating you can give any Marvel movie regarding Black Widow and Eternals, because I think those movies belong in somewhere. They have a special place in hell.
If I could re-rate
Black
Eternals,
Widow was
I'd
so
probably
good.
give it a
Eternals was
4
great.
or a 3. What did I give it?
Dude,
I'm
love
excluding
how
this.
I love how
I'm
a full-ass Celestial pulls up to the planet, looks down, everybody's just up in horror, and he just disappears. No one fucking says a word about it after. I love how a fucking hand came out of the Arctic, and people are like,
And there
"That's
is
normal.
no
The
publicity
world's an
about
egg
it."
Now. Cool.
Breaking
I
news!
guess.
The Iron Giant is erupting from the Earth's belly.
I'm excluding those movies.
And I'm glad it was his fucking hand that came out. Or else it was going to giant stone penis.
Oh yeah, one of those is cock. It's like giant cock erupts from Earth.
Can we
Just a chorus, just like you just see the shadow of the penis just like, on his face. He's just like, and then he flies into the sun.
Okay, anyway, Jack, what's
That's
your
why-
rating?
What's your rating, Jack?
Well, if I'm rating it on a scale of like
1 to
Morbius
10.
scale,
You get no. You give it a 1 out of 10.
There's no scale that-
Between 1 to 10.
Jack, we just went over it. There's no scale that Morbius belongs on. All right. So
I
fucking-
didn't think Morbius was that
It's so
good.
good, it just doesn't fit.
well, if I was gonna
bro.
rate it on a scale with Morbius, then it'd
What
be
hero
0,
says,
because
"Hey,
Morbius
I'm gonna kill the bad guy, and then I'm gonna kill myself afterwards," and that's a fucking problem.
And it's like, psych!
Then he flies away, and the movie ends. And the dead character that he loved, that got her fucking guts and throat ripped out, is just like alive. And then at the end, they're like, "Hey, this random guy appeared in prison. This was an empty cell that belonged to no one. He's also wearing different prison clothes."
And
Let's
also
release
has
him.
vulture wings
Fucking
on.
gets out, and they're like, "Hey, there is no fucking record of you anywhere on this planet. Who are you?" You know what? Never mind. Fuck it. You're free.
Good luck.
And then he just finds
luck.
his vulture gear.
5 minutes later, fucking vulture now flies out into the middle of nowhere, and he's like, "Are you Morbius?" And then Morbius is like, "Who's asking?" And he's like, "Spider-Man bad." And Morbius is like,
All right, I'm in.
"All right, I'm in. Let's kill some random fucking
That's
kid
what
that I
it.
don't know."
That's what it do, Yugi.
Someone directed that. Someone acted that. Someone edited that. And they're all like, and someone paid them for that. And they're like, hey, this shit's gonna make millions.
You know what's gonna
That's fucking Sony in a nutshell.
You know what's gonna make you more?
Holy shit.
You know what's gonna make you more mad? You know how they get paid? It's per hour that they get paid. They get paid by the time. So
I'm sure Jared
So
took his shirt off.
so they could have looked at it and they couldn't have done shit about it because they've already paid him. They've already agreed to an amount. So like he could have turned in like a video of like a toaster flying through the sky with like vampire teeth, and they would have accepted it.
And it would have been better. Who doesn't want to see a flying vampire toaster?
Toastius?
I want to see it.
Fuck yeah, I'd watch Toastius.
Jared Leto, shit Joker ass fucking guy.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest.
I like the beginning of Morbius, but the end fucking actually made me want to cut my dick.
I have yelled to such an extent that like I am sitting in my own sweat.
Oh, my
Guys, we
ears
don't
ring
even
it
know.
right
We
now.
don't even know Jack's
I wore
rating.
sweatpants.
Jack, what's
I am
your rating?
drenched.
All right, my rating for this movie is an 8 out of 10.
Okay. And
There-
with that,
There you go.
See, we're so pissed off right now. We don't care. We don't fucking care.
I don't
We-
listen.
This is
Anyway, you could do the
you wanna know
average
the
at
average?
home, ladies and gentlemen. We
What is the
save
average,
you the
Jack?
time
The
or save
average.
our own time.
What is the average?
The
Jack?
average for more. I mean, Dr. Strange.
Shut the fuck up. Not doing Morbius. We didn't even
Is.
name the Morbius podcast after Morbius.
We named it fucking
Hotel
Vamp.
Transylvania 5.
We named it fucking Vamp.
What is that?
Yeah, I forget to.
You
forget to change it
dumbass.
from Vamp. Are we starting?
A 69 out of 100.
Are
Are
we rolling?
you fucking kidding me?
I'm not even
A
kidding.
6.9 out of a
It's a 6.8, I thought.
Nope, 6.9.
6.9 out of 10. It got a 69. Really, we gave it a 6. We gave it a 69.
69.
Wow.
And
Put-
with that,
Put
you
that
can't
number in
get
the
any better.
thumbnail.
I
We'll get
mean,
thousands
I-
of clicks.
You know, I will commend the people who watched throughout that entire podcast. If you
Nobody
did, thank
did.
you.
Nobody.
No, you don't know that because there's going to be one person who's going to do it. They may be named,
And they're gonna
It's
laugh.
gonna be you because you're
maybe
editing this.
They probably laughed.
Maybe they might be named Bicolus Spider. I don't know.
Bicolus Biter. Biter Man.
Or Morbius.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.